25th of January 2015, and this is the Walking Vlogger, A Quest for Fitness, Day 2. Today my mother's going to come on the walk with us, but she doesn't want to be in the video, so I'm going to respect her wishes and make sure she stays out of it. So we're going to go ahead and head out. Thought I'd show you this first, though. My cat goes nuts every time she comes in. She likes to perch in the window. And the reason is, if you guys can see over there, we get tons of squirrels in this area. And I don't know if it'll focus. I don't think it'll focus through the screen. But you can see that guy right there. So that's going to drive her nuts for the rest of the morning. So, alright, first thing we're going to do this morning is stretch. No, I forgot to do that yesterday, but it is a good idea. Stretch, you want to hold on to something and then just put pressure on your muscles, mainly your leg muscles. Your calf muscles are important because they tend to cramp up after a while. And then another thing you guys can do is go heel to toe. That also helps stretch the calf and the ankle muscles. Do that for a couple of minutes and we'll be ready to go. So again, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. And we're ready. See, it's a much nicer day today than it was when I walked this past Friday. It's kind of interesting effect there because we did have some frost last night. If you look on our neighbor's roof, you can see right near the roof line there's still a little frost there. It shows me it must have got below 32 last night. I think when my dad woke up this morning it was about 28, so pretty cold for this area. But unfortunately we haven't seen any snow yet this year. And I promise in a few days I'm going to switch this up a little bit. We're going to, when I start walking with Chris and Mike, we're going to go ahead and do this in a few different locations. We might be going out to Camp Red Hat Wednesday. I'm not sure. It's all going to depend on the weather because, as you guys probably know, even though that is graveled over, if it rains a lot, it's absolutely useless because you can't even walk there. There's puddles everywhere. And, you know, unfortunately, they fill in pretty quickly. And we've had a lot of rain the past few days. So I would not be surprised if it's like a lake right now. Other than that, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some shows I've been watching lately. You guys probably have heard about Downton Abbey. They're back for their 5th season right now. I don't know if any of you guys are into the British comedies, but wow. My mother got me into that when it went to its 2nd season, of course. I had to watch the 1st season to catch up. And pretty much one of the best dramas on TV, in my personal opinion. Other than that, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the older British comedies. One is called Are You Being Served? Another one is Keeping Up Appearances. Typical British humor. Are You Being Served is set in a store where the goings-on of Grace Brothers department store in London. And basically it's all the antics that they get into during the day. Keeping Up Appearances is about an older couple that the husband retires about halfway through the series, and the wife is very controlling, very overbearing. Both of these series you can actually get on Netflix, and I think they're both on Amazon Prime. I'm not 100% sure. But again, they're really, really fun to watch. And if you guys are into that British kind of humor, definitely check those out. My mother was just pointing out that this right here she thinks is a magnolia tree. Really, really pretty. During the, unfortunately now it's kind of in its hibernation, but during the summer it sprouts these absolutely beautiful white flowers. I'll have to remember to get a picture of that once. We're passing the house with those infamous dogs. I don't see that they're out today, though, which is a good thing. I tell you, they bark at everybody that goes by. Even if you go by in a car, they're up there barking. Nice motorcycle. I don't recognize that, so it's either a visitor or someone around here got themselves a new bike. And as you can see, we are not the only ones walking today. It's about 42 degrees, so, you know, especially with that sun out today, it's really nice. I'd say the humidity is still up too, so that kind of helps things a little bit. Wow, look at this. You can see these trees here, almost every leaf is still on. They're dead. But you can see that one there has probably 70% of its leaves. That one probably about 60, and that other one there maybe about 50. And it really stinks for whoever owns that house, because once the leaves start growing back, man, we have a lot of cleanup to do. We decided to switch up a little bit today. Instead of walking the perimeter, we're going to walk the interior and go around this way. I don't know if you guys have been having the same problem, but one thing I've noticed on YouTube is my AdSense revenue has gone down quite a bit this past month. I would say maybe about 20 to 30%. Now, this happened to me last year, and I attribute it to being January, because a lot of people are just getting back to work. You know, they've had pretty much 2-3 weeks off for the holidays. You know, that's including Thanksgiving, so they're working more and they don't have as much time to watch videos. But it still seems kind of odd to me, where there were some days I was probably making $5 or $6 a day. Now I'm lucky if I'm clearing $3 a day. And the other odd thing is, I've looked at my views, and my views have gone down, but it doesn't match the amount of money that I'm losing, basically. So I don't know. I did hear from someone that Google might be changing their AdSense structure. I know that they used to give 60% to us, and then they would keep 40%. Someone told me they were going to swap that. It was going to be 40% to us, and they were going to start keeping 60% of the ad revenue. So just let me know if you guys know why this is. Just post it in the comments. I'm kind of curious as to why I'm losing this much. This house right here is a house that we looked at when we first moved here. Kind of ugly inside. It has very outdated. And as you can see, it's up for sale again. I'm actually not that surprised. It also has a very weird layout. You actually have to walk through the master bedroom to get to the back steps to go to the kitchen. So not a very nicely designed house, if you ask me. So we're taking a little different route today. We're actually going again through the interior of our neighborhood. Not too much to talk about here. Unfortunately, there's only a few birds left, because again, we're in the dead of winter here right now. Got a few berries on that tree still. This time of year really can get me down sometimes. I've actually been doing pretty well this year. So yeah, they call that winter depression. People kind of, you always hear that suicides are up this time of year, but you know, it's a problem that a lot of people have. They just kind of get down and kind of blah during the winter time, and that's usually the case with me. But I tell you, it really hasn't hit me much this year. If you guys ever feel like you're just depressed and, you know, just don't feel like you want to do anything, the best thing I can tell you to do is just get out there and do something. That's why I started doing this vlog. I mean, it occupies my time, and it's letting me get healthy at the same time. So, you know, just let me know how you guys feel. I'm curious how you guys feel during the winter. Let me know if you guys suffer from any kind of, you know, depression or anxiety during the winter times. I'd really like to know. It's out, guys. Some kind of nest up there. Mom tends to think you think it's a squirrel nest? That thing is huge. I mean, I'm probably 50, 100 feet away from that, and look how far I don't even have to zoom in that far. Probably not used right now. It looks like the bottom is kind of falling out a little bit. But man, I guess we got some big squirrels around this area. About flooding, guys. Even this area here, and our neighborhood is never known to flood, but we've had so much rain recently that The ground's so saturated, it has no place to go. So I'm a little leery about going out to Camp Red Hat. So we're gonna have to probably save that for next week, maybe even the following week. And you can see it right there. Really, really bad. Oh, we got another barking dog. Looks like a beagle or some kind of hound dog. See it right there. All right, we're about halfway done with the walk right now, so if I see anything else interesting, we're at the home stretch now. We've maybe got about 10 or 15 minutes of walking left. I wanted to tell you guys about a program that I've been using recently. It's one that I used when I worked at Best Buy. When I was there, we had to do a lot of disk imaging because people would bring in computers and the hard drives were going bad. They actually wanted to save their data. Not just that, they wanted to save everything on their hard drive. So the program was called Acronis. Now, when I worked at Best Buy, the version I used was like probably 2007 or 2008. And I just got the Acronis 2015 because I had a couple things I wanted to do. My Dell Vostro 400 system, which you know is my main rig, had those two 1 terabyte hard drives internally and then the 1 terabyte external. Well, about a week ago, I wound up getting from a friend of mine in a deal on Craigslist with him a 2 terabyte hard drive. So I swapped out the 1 terabyte for the 2 terabytes. So I had an extra 1 terabyte hard drive. And what I decided to do with that is my AMD triple core HP has a 1 terabyte Western Digital green hard drive. Although it's a good hard drive for archival purposes, it's extremely slow for anything else. So I took that 1 terabyte Seagate hard drive and I put that temporarily into the HP, and I actually cloned it using Acronis True Image 2015. Boy, I could not believe how easy it was. They really worked all the kinks out of that program. I remember when I used to do it at Best Buy, we had almost a 50% failure rate. For one reason or another, you always say it couldn't read the source disk, or couldn't read the target disk, or even if there were a couple of bad sectors on the original source disk, half the time it wouldn't complete the operation. But I'll tell you, this one went so smoothly. So now I have my Seagate 1 terabyte hard drive that I took out of my Vostro 400, and that's now the main hard drive in my HP. And my Windows Experience score actually went from a 5.9 to a 7.3 because that Seagate drive, I found later, I didn't even know when I purchased it, is one of those hybrid drives. It's a hybrid SSD and a regular hard drive. So I am so pleased with the performance I'm getting out of that. It's literally about 40% faster than it was. And the hard drive that I took out of the HP, I put in a computer that I picked up at the thrift store the other day, and that is another one of those Dell Inspiron 530s. Now I'm going to try to make a video of that later on because there's quite a few YouTubers that have been asking me questions about the Inspiron 530 video I did back in New York last year. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over all the specs of that computer. More specifically, I wanted to go over what it's capable of, the amount of memory you can upgrade to, and what kind of CPUs you can put in that. So what I'm going to do is once I get home, probably later on today, I'll make that video, and hope you guys get some information out of that. So I'll see you guys when we're just about... Well, we're almost back, and as you can see, the dogs are back out today. This one really does not like it when anybody passes. Like I said, even when you're in a car, they get angry. You should see him pop his head up somewhere in a minute. There he is. Hey, Fido, what you doing? I don't know if they're really nasty dogs, but man, do they bark a lot. Oh, look at this. Mom just pointed out we got another nest up there. This one is definitely derelict. I think that's a bird's nest, though. Yeah, you can see the bottom is totally out of that. That was actually probably there from last year. I think I remember that being up there last year. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Like I said, we're only about a minute or two from the house, so hope you guys are enjoying these walking vlogs. Again, this is day 2. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day.